Most men think attraction is about looks, money, or status. But let me tell you something powerful. Women are not drawn to what you have, they're drawn to who you are. You can have nothing and still attract everything if you understand psychology, energy, and presence. Because a real woman doesn't fall for appearance, she falls for a man who knows himself. Most men believe that attraction is built on surface level things looks, money, style, or charm. But the truth is far deeper. Real attraction is rooted in energy, not appearance. A woman may notice your looks at first, but what truly draws her in, what makes her feel something real, is the energy you carry, your confidence, calmness, and sense of purpose. Women are emotional and intuitive by nature. They feel before they think. That means she will sense your energy before you even speak a word. If your energy is desperate, needy, or uncertain, she will feel it instantly, no matter how attractive you are on the outside. But if your energy is grounded, calm, and full of self respect, it becomes magnetic. She will want to be around you, understand you, and connect with you. You see, energy is the language of authenticity. When you walk into a room with quiet confidence, with eyes that reflect peace and purpose, people notice, and women especially are drawn to it. It's not about arrogance or dominance, it's about being centered. A man who knows who the psychology of attraction is, doesn't need to prove himself. He doesn't compete for attention because he already carries an inner certainty. This kind of man doesn't need validation, he radiates it. He's focused on his mission, his growth, and his peace. And that's exactly what women find irresistible because deep down, every woman wants to feel safe and inspired, and that feeling comes from a man's presence, not his possessions. Think of it this way: if your energy is chaotic, insecure, or overly eager to impress, it creates resistance. But when your energy is relaxed, steady, and self assured, it invites curiosity. She feels that you are not trying to get something from her. Instead, you're just being. And in that being, you show strength. This is why some men, even without looks or wealth, still attract amazing women. Because they've mastered their inner world. They've learned to stay calm in uncertainty, to speak less and mean more, to stand tall, not because of what they have, but because of who they've become. Women are not just attracted to how you look, but how you make them feel. And your energy determines that feeling. When you bring peace, clarity, and purpose into your presence, she feels safe, seen, and intrigued. Your energy becomes a mirror that reflects strength and emotional maturity, and that is far more powerful than any compliment, outfit, or status symbol. So, if you want to attract any woman you want, start by shifting your energy. Build self awareness, stay true to your purpose, and let go of the need to impress. When your energy aligns with confidence and authenticity, attraction happens naturally. No effort, no games, just connection. Most men spend their lives chasing women, trying to impress them, win their attention, and prove their worth. But the truth is, the more you chase, the more you lose power. Attraction doesn't come from pursuit, it comes from presence. When you stop chasing and start becoming, everything shifts. Women are not drawn to a man who needs validation from them. They are drawn to why energy matters more than looks. A man who is already whole, already focused, already walking his own path. The energy of chasing communicates lack. It says, I'm not enough unless you choose me. But the energy of becoming communicates abundance. It says, I'm already complete, and you can join me if you align with my journey. Becoming means transforming yourself into the kind of man who naturally attracts what he desires, not by force, but by gravity. You don't need to run after anyone when you've built a life worth living, a purpose worth pursuing, and a mindset rooted in self respect. Women feel the difference instantly. A man who chases gives his power away. A man who becomes radiates power from within. He doesn't wait for approval. He gives value. He doesn't beg for attention. His presence commands it. This is the psychology of attraction. You attract what you are, not what you want. When you stop chasing, your energy changes. You begin to focus on growth, on becoming emotionally intelligent, disciplined, and purposeful. You learn to manage your emotions, stay calm under pressure, and carry yourself with dignity. You become the man who doesn't react to everything, who moves with intention, and who knows his direction. That kind of energy is rare, and women feel drawn to it because it signals safety, strength, and leadership. Chasing comes from insecurity, becoming comes from self belief. When you chase, you're trying to fill a void. When you become, you've already filled it. You don't need her to make you feel worthy, you already are. And that's the paradox. The moment you stop needing someone, they start noticing you. When you stand tall, focused on your purpose, and aligned with your values, you become magnetic. You no longer compete for attention because your energy speaks louder than words. So if you want to attract any woman you want, stop asking, "How can I get her?" and start asking, "How can I grow?" Build your life, improve your mindset, stay consistent, and cultivate peace within. When you're walking confidently in your mission, the right people will gravitate toward you. Attraction isn't a game, it's alignment. You don't need to chase what's meant for you. You only need to become the man who deserves it. Self respect is the foundation of all attraction. Without it, nothing you do will truly work. You can dress well, self respect and boundaries speak confidently, and even appear successful. But if you don't value yourself, it shows. Women can sense it immediately. A man without self respect will tolerate disrespect, chase validation, and settle for less than he deserves. But a man who truly respects himself, sets boundaries, knows his worth, and never begs for attention. This energy is powerful and deeply attractive because it communicates strength, confidence, and emotional maturity. When a man respects himself, he doesn't seek approval from others. He moves with purpose, not desperation. He doesn't try to please everyone or mold himself into what someone else wants. Instead, he stands firm in his identity. This kind of presence commands respect naturally. People treat you the way you treat yourself, and women are no different. If you allow yourself to be disrespected, ignored, or undervalued, that's what you'll continue to receive. But when you carry yourself with quiet confidence and unshakable self worth, people adjust their behavior around you. Self respect also means knowing when to walk away. It's the strength to say, "I deserve better," even when your emotions want to hold on. Many men lose attraction by staying in situations where they're not appreciated. They believe patience or persistence will earn them love, but in reality, it only communicates weakness. True strength is the ability to let go of what doesn't honor you. When you walk away from disrespect, you show that you value your peace more than attention. And that's when women begin to see your power. Respecting yourself also means taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. You invest in growth, build discipline, and keep promises to yourself. You don't allow temporary feelings to destroy long term goals. You live by principles, not impulses. That consistency builds trust, not just with others, but with yourself. And a man who trusts himself becomes unshakable. He doesn't chase love, he attracts it by being whole, focused, and confident. Women are naturally drawn to men who lead with strength, not insecurity. They want a man who can guide, protect, and inspire, not one who crumbles under pressure or needs constant reassurance. When you have self respect, you no longer fear rejection because you understand that your value doesn't depend on someone else's opinion. You become emotionally independent, and that purpose, the core of masculine energy. Freedom makes you incredibly attractive. So if you want to attract the right woman, start by becoming the man who honors himself, set standards, maintain boundaries, and never compromise your dignity for attention. The more you respect yourself, the more others will respect and value you. And in that strength, you'll find that love no longer needs to be chased. It comes naturally to those who already know their worth. Purpose is one of the most magnetic qualities a man can possess. When a man is driven by a clear mission, his energy shifts. It becomes focused, powerful, and inspiring. Women are naturally drawn to men who have direction, who wake up each day knowing what they are working toward. A man with purpose doesn't wander aimlessly, and he doesn't depend on others for meaning. His life has structure, vision, and forward motion. That sense of direction creates an aura of confidence that is deeply attractive because it shows leadership and strength. When you have purpose, you stop chasing distractions. You're not easily swayed by short term pleasure or temporary attention. You're focused on building something bigger than yourself. Whether it's a career, a dream, a legacy, or personal growth, that determination commands respect. Women feel safe and inspired around a man who knows where he's going because his presence communicates stability. He's not searching for someone to complete him. He's inviting someone to join him on his journey. That difference in energy changes everything. A man without purpose often feels lost, restless, or needy. He looks for fulfillment in relationships, attention, or validation. But no woman can fill the void of an unfulfilled man. Purpose gives you identity and strength. It builds self confidence because every day you're taking steps towards something meaningful. And when you're proud of the direction you're heading, your energy naturally becomes more attractive. You speak differently, carry yourself differently, and approach life with clarity. Purpose also gives you emotional control. When you're deeply focused on your goals, you don't get easily shaken by rejection or disappointment. You understand that life is bigger than one person or one moment. That calmness and resilience make you stand out because most people react emotionally to setbacks. Kiss, but a man with purpose stays steady, focused, and grounded. Stop chasing, start becoming. This emotional strength makes women feel secure. They know this man won't fall apart under pressure. Having purpose also means you're constantly growing. You're learning, improving, and evolving. You're not stagnant, and that movement creates excitement. Women want to be with a man who is going somewhere, not someone who waits for life to happen. When your actions reflect ambition and discipline, your presence becomes inspiring. You become the kind of man who motivates others just by being who you are. So, if you want to become truly magnetic, find your purpose. Ask yourself what drives you, what gives your life meaning, what impact you want to create. Once you find that, commit to it with discipline and passion. Build your life around that mission and let everything else align naturally. When you live with purpose, you don't need to chase anyone. The right people, including the right woman, will be drawn to your vision and strength. Attraction begins from within. No technique, trick, or strategy can replace the power of genuine inner transformation. Many men try to learn what to say or how to act, hoping to impress women. But true attraction doesn't come from external performance. It comes from who you are at your core. The energy you carry, the way you think, and the emotions you project create the foundation of every connection. When your inner world is calm, confident, and fulfilled, it naturally reflects in your outer world. You no longer need to chase love or approval because you've already built peace within yourself. This is why attraction is an inside job. If you're insecure, anxious, or seeking validation, it will always show, no matter how confident you try to appear. Women are intuitive. They can feel when something is off. But when you've done the inner work, healed your insecurities, developed emotional intelligence, and built self worth, your presence becomes powerful. You start radiating authenticity, and authenticity is irresistible. A woman doesn't want perfection, she wants a man. Final message: become the attraction who is emotionally grounded and real. Inner transformation means focusing on your mindset, habits, and values. You build discipline, stay consistent, and live by principles that reflect strength and maturity. You stop reacting out of fear or ego and instead respond with clarity and self control. You learn to be alone without feeling lonely because you've cultivated fulfillment within yourself. That independence is deeply attractive. It shows that you are whole, not seeking someone to complete you, but someone to complement you. When you master your inner world, rejection doesn't break you and attention doesn't define you. You become centered, stable, and at peace with yourself. That stability draws people in. Women feel safe around a man who is emotionally balanced because his energy doesn't fluctuate with circumstances. He doesn't crumble under pressure or lose himself in relationships. Instead, he brings peace, direction, and strength into every interaction. Doing the inner work also means healing your past, letting go of resentment, forgiving yourself, and moving forward with purpose. The more you understand yourself, the more clarity you bring into your relationships. You stop seeking love from a place of emptiness and start giving it from a place of abundance. That shift changes everything. You no longer attract out of need, but out of alignment. So, if you truly want to attract any woman you want, stop looking outward and start looking inward. Ask yourself who you are becoming, what values you live by, and whether your energy reflects peace or chaos. The more you evolve internally, the more effortlessly you'll attract externally. Real attraction is not about pretending, it's about becoming. When you build confidence, purpose, and inner peace, you won't need to convince anyone of your worth. The right woman will feel at the moment she meets.